If you had to describe your biggest win then in business in the last couple of years, how would you describe that win?
I wrote that down when you asked me the question, and I just said stepping into the unknown. So that was my biggest win, not being afraid to step into the unknown and figure it out. I knew I couldn't do this myself. I said, like, this is much too large, plus I don't actually know what it is. So I had a referral in my real estate business. I had a client he wanted to start a business. He's automotive and a heavy duty mechanic. He's an intelligent engineering mind. And he said, you know what, maybe a tire shop or something mechanical, that type of thing. So I'd looked at a few with him for himself. And so that day I called him and I said, John, I need to come get you right away. He was managing a motorsports dealership at the time. I said, I have something to show you. So I went and got him. We drove back over there. We looked around. We got out and we said, this is something we need to do. And so then we said, this is large. What else are we going to do? So I went back and I said, who's really supported me in my real estate endeavors and been a great client? And I had two guys that had really supported me over the years. And I actually grew up with them, went to school with them, played hockey with them, and they were very successful in different businesses. And so we did a little bit like a Dragon's Den or a Shark Tank. John and I sat down. We interviewed 3 different investor parties and we had never done this before, that we thought, hey, let's see who's a good fit, who's interested. So basically we made a presentation and they came at us with what they thought. And all 3 of them wanted to be a part of it. And we could only pick one. So we picked the one group, and so that's who we still have as partners. I still agree we picked the right ones. They're phenomenal. They're great. They've got a depth of knowledge into business, different types of business. One's an electrical and one's a feedlot operator. So totally different. So that brings us to today. We're 4 years in, just over 4 years in, and we've grown substantially from day one. We started out in a 7,500 square foot building that the previous owner had owned and built, and we leased it until we could have a new building built. And so 4 years later, we're operating in 32,000 square feet, brand new building, and we've added laser manufacturing and all types of stuff.